Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be really diving deep.
Deep dive.
Yeah, deep dive into this interesting approach to fitness I found.
Okay.
It's called Zero Fitness FucX. So, obviously they caught my attention.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, who wouldn't be intrigued by that, right?
Exactly. So it's a book, same title, Zero Fitness FucX, by this guy, Sean.
Okay.
I got a chance to actually talk to him about it a little bit beforehand.
Cool.
And so I kind of got the inside scoop.
Nice.
Now, obviously, we're not, endorsing just not caring at all
Right.
about fitness, right?
Right.
But I think he's got a really interesting philosophy about how we approach fitness and what we focus on.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, from what I've read about it too, it seems like he's really trying to cut through a lot of the noise, right?
Yeah.
All the stuff that's out there, all these fads and crazy routines and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, so his big argument is that people, kind of get bogged down with, all these, like you said, these fitness fads, these
Yeah.
societal pressures to look a certain way,
Yeah.
all these like crazy complicated routines, and it just leads to people getting frustrated, burning out, and just giving up.
It's overwhelming, you know? You go online, you see a million different things.
Yeah, and I think he makes a good point that one of the things that's missing for a lot of people is that mental strength component,
Absolutely.
right? And he calls it the mind muscle connection.
Ah, I like that.
So, have you ever heard of this or
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me, right? It's like, I don't know, I think about like if I'm doing like bicep curls, for example, right?
hmm,
Like if I'm really focusing on that bicep, like feeling it cracked, feeling it work, like I do feel like I get a better workout.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely, yeah. It's almost like you're sending more energy to that muscle
Yeah,
just
yeah.
by focusing on it.
Wow. It's like you're giving it like a mental high five, you know?
Totally. And I think, he talks about, how he's seen this with his clients, like people who really make that mental shift.
Right.
They start seeing like way better results.
I believe it.
Yeah, just because they're more engaged,
Totally.
you know. And the thing is, like, this isn't just some kind of like woo, self-help stuff.
Right.
Like there's actually science to back it up.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So there's a study, I think it was in the Journal of Applied Physiology,
Wow, okay.
where they had these participants doing like a weightlifting routine.
Mm-hmm.
And the group that like visualized the routine beforehand, like really pictured themselves doing it,
Okay.
they showed like a 13% increase in strength.
Wow, that's significant.
Yeah, compared to the group that didn't visualize.
So just by like picturing it, thinking about it,
Yeah, just mentally engaging with the muscles.
that's wild.
Isn't that
It
crazy?
really is.
But it shows you the power of the mind, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, there's so many examples of this in athletics and just in life in general, I think.
Yeah, like visualization techniques, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or just having a positive attitude going into something. I
Right.
mean, we all know that can make a huge difference.
Totally. And something that Sean was telling me about that I thought was really fascinating
Okay.
was this research by Jackson and Eklund, I think are the names.
Mm.
And they were saying that focusing on the actual movement. So like not focusing so much on like how you feel,
Okay.
but like really paying attention to the actual movement itself.
Like the mechanics of it.
Yeah, the mechanics of it can actually help you improve complex motor skills.
Oh, interesting.
So like things like balance and coordination.
That's really interesting because I feel like so much of, what we hear about is like, listen to your body
Right.
and feel the burn and all that.
Feel the burn.
But it's fascinating to think that maybe sometimes like, focusing too much on that internal stuff can actually be a distraction.
Yeah. I think he's saying like, when you're too focused on like how you feel,
Mhm.
all these like doubts can creep in.
Right, you start second guessing yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And then you kind of, psych yourself out.
Yeah. No, that makes total sense.
Yeah. So it's more about like just being present in
Mm.
the moment
Mm.
and really just focusing on like executing the movement
Right.
as best you can.
That's cool.
Yeah. So for someone listening who's like, okay, the zero fitness fucks thing, like I kind of get it.
Yeah.
Like I want to get rid of all this self doubt and really just like go for it.
Like, what are some practical steps they can take to kind of adopt this mentality?
Well, I think, from what Sean talks about, it seems like it starts with setting like really clear, achievable goals,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So instead of, being like, I'm going to lose 20 pounds this month,
Yeah.
which, let's be honest, most people are not going to do.
Right.
It's more about like, okay, I'm going to work out 3 times a week
Okay.
for the next month,
Yeah.
like something that you can actually stick to,
Sustainable.
Yeah.
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 And I think that's a big part of it, right? Is like
Absolutely.
not setting yourself up for failure,
Right.
but setting yourself up for success.
Yeah. Yeah. Small wins.
Yeah, exactly. Small wins, building those habits.
Yeah.
And what about positive self-talk?
Oh, yeah. That's huge.
Yeah, because I know that's a big part of his.
Yeah. He talks about that a
yeah.
lot. Yeah. So like how can people, use that in their fitness journey?
Well, I think it's about like being aware of those negative thoughts that we all have, right? Like, oh, I missed a workout, or I ate too much pizza last night.
Yeah.
And instead of like dwelling on that and beating yourself up, it's about like reframing it, right?
Okay.
So like instead of, ugh, I missed a workout, it's like, okay, I missed a workout, but I'm back at it today.
Yeah.
And that's what matters,
Right. Right.
Like just shifting that perspective a little bit.
It's amazing how much of a difference that can make,
Oh, absolutely.
Like just that little shift in how you're talking to yourself
Totally.
can really change your whole outlook.
Yeah, for sure.
And then of course, we've got to talk about visualization.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for good reason.
Yeah. So how does Sean how does he recommend people use visualization?
Well, he talks about like really vividly imagining yourself achieving your goals, right? Like feeling those sensations. Like, if your goal is to run a marathon,
Yeah.
like imagine yourself crossing that finish line.
Yeah.
Feeling that sense of accomplishment, feeling the wind on your face, like really, really get into it.
Yeah, almost like you're tricking your brain into believing it's already happened.
Yeah, exactly.
So that it doesn't feel so daunting to actually do it.
Totally.
And lastly, he talks about mindfulness, which I found interesting because you think about zero fitness fucks, you're like, okay, not caring.
Right.
But mindfulness is all about like being present.
Yeah.
So how does that fit in?
Well, I think, from what I've gathered, it's about being fully present during your workouts, right?
Okay.
So not, being on your phone, not thinking about your to-do list, but really like paying attention to your body, to your breath, to the movements that you're doing.
So it's almost like a form of meditation.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah.
But through movement.
Exactly.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I think, to kind of sum it all up.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's not about like not caring at all.
No.
Right.
It's about caring about the right things.
Yeah. It's about like caring about your own progress, your mental well-being, creating a routine that actually works for you.
Exactly. Yeah, and not getting caught up in all the BS.
Yeah. All the stuff that doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really, really valuable message.
Absolutely.
And I think we should take a quick break here.
Okay, sounds good.
Hear from our sponsor. But when we come back, I want to leave you with a question to think about.
Okay.
All right. So what's one limiting belief that's holding you back from achieving your fitness goals?
Okay.
And how can you, channel this zero fitness fucks energy to overcome it?
Love it.
So stick around. We'll be right back. Primus 3, performance-enhancing electrolytes. Achieve peak performance with Primus 3. Primus 3, elevate your game. And we're back. So before the break, I asked you to think about a limiting belief, right? Something that's been holding you back in your fitness journey. And this could be, anything, right? It could be, I'm not athletic. It could be, I don't have time.
Yeah.
I'm too old, whatever it is.
Yeah, those are classic ones.
Yeah. But imagine if you approach that belief with a zero fitness fucks attitude.
Yeah.
What would that look like?
That's a good question.
Yeah. So if you're telling yourself I'm not athletic, well, why? Like what evidence do you have for that?
Yeah. Challenge that belief.
Yeah. Challenge it. Maybe you just haven't found an activity you love yet.
That's true.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
maybe you haven't really given yourself a fair shot. And If it's the I don't have time thing,
Yeah.
well, maybe it's about, shifting your priorities a little bit.
Right.
Or getting creative with your schedule.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you squeeze in a quick 15-minute workout at lunch?
Mm-hmm.
Can you listen to an educational podcast while you walk the dog?
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
I like it.
But it's about finding solutions
Mm-hmm.
that fit your life.
Yeah.
Not trying to fit your life into some ideal that doesn't actually work for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think that's really what Sean's philosophy is all about, right? It's about like empowering you to take control of your fitness journey and make choices that are right for you.
Yeah. And tune out all the noise.
Yeah, all the shoulds and the should nots.
Yeah, exactly.
What matters to you?
Yeah, and give yourself permission to prioritize your well-being, your happiness.
Yeah.
Without judgment.
Without comparison.
Without comparing yourself to others.
Exactly. Yeah, and ditch the guilt,
Yeah, the guilt is a killer.
It is.
So yeah, I think this whole zero fitness FucX thing.
Yeah.
It's really about finding a way to achieve your goals in a way that feels good.
Yeah, that feels sustainable.
That feels authentic to you.
Absolutely.
And I think that's something we can all get behind.
For sure.
So on that note, we're going to take one more quick break.
All right.
Hear from our sponsor again, and then we'll wrap things up. Primus 3, performance-enhancing electrolytes.
Yeah.
Achieve peak performance with Primus 3. Primus 3, elevate your game. All right, welcome back. So we've been talking about this idea of zero fitness FucX, right?
Right.
Taking control of your fitness journey, ditching the guilt, focusing on what matters to you.
Absolutely.
And I think that's really a powerful message.
It is.
And it's something that I think we can all benefit from.
For sure.
So I hope you guys found this deep dive helpful.
Yeah, me too.
Insightful.
Lots of good takeaways.
Yeah, definitely some stuff to think about. And if you want to learn more about this, definitely check out Sean's book.
Yeah, Zero Fitness FucX.
Yeah, it's a great read.
It is.
And that's all we got for today.
All right, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, it was fun.
And we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.